Guys, Meghan Markle is back in the news again. She has long sparked interest as a public figure who defies conventional expectations. She often embodies contradictions that mirror the public's fascination with her. Now, for years, she's presented herself as someone who wanted to escape the media spotlight, only to find herself repeatedly at the center of it. In many ways, she mirrors that archetype of the person who claims to shy away from fame, yet continuously manages to remain a focal point of public attention. And this paradox has led to the speculation about her true ambitions, if you know what I mean, especially as she and Prince Harry have carefully navigated their lives post-royal duties. Now, I want to say it's been 5 years, but it could be less. Meghan and Harry have remained largely out of the spotlight, with her social media accounts, including her official Duchess of Sussex profile, well, her and Harry, Prince Harry, they offered very little updates for a lot of the things going on in their life. As a brand, obviously, the updates are what keep people interested in what you're doing. For them, their social media updates have been particularly around their brand, which is Harry's Invictus Games, and obviously the media pushing, sightings or outings with friends. But for the most part, Meghan and Harry's post-royal lives have been shrouded in silence. I guess after South Park did that humiliating skit of them, they've just remained out of the spotlight. However, there have been moments that hinted at what Meghan was quietly working on. For instance, rumors began circulating about her potential return to the food and lifestyle space around the time she was spotted dining with Gwyneth Paltrow back in 2021 or 2022. Anyways, it was a while ago. Speculation swirled that Meghan might be preparing a cookbook or a food show or even a lifestyle brand reminiscent of Gwyneth Paltrow's own successful brand, Goop. Now, as 2025 is here, we are beginning to see what Meghan's next chapter truly entails. Now, people have said that, this seems like a deliberate pivot. Meghan's social media now showcases a brand that is distinctly hers, a self-assured, independent persona that deviates from her previous title of Duchess of Sussex. Her Instagram feed no longer prominently features Prince Harry, signaling her desire to carve out an identity separate from her royal past. Now, this shift is more than just cosmetic. It appears to be a conscious effort to promote Meghan Markle as an individual, not just as a part of a royal couple. But here's the part that's particularly noteworthy, is how Meghan is positioning herself as a modern entrepreneurial figure. She is consciously creating an image that suggests that she is not defined by her past, her marriage, or her connection to the British monarchy, but the emphasis is now on Meghan, the brand, right? An American woman confidently navigating her post-royal life. This is a woman who, in the public eye, wants to be seen as independent, a trailblazer for other women, particularly women of color, as someone who has the ability to reinvent herself and achieve success on her own terms. In many ways, Meghan's brand she's carving out for herself isn't too dissimilar from the branding of other high-profile women, like I mentioned, Gwyneth Paltrow, whose Goop brand successfully blended lifestyle, wellness, and luxury. I think Meghan Markle's path seems to be following her path, which is, potential ventures in wellness, food, lifestyle, areas she's hinted at in interviews and social media posts.
People ask me, where should I go for vacation? Or what's the best place to have the hidden gem of perfect bite of food? So I interview Michelin star chefs, and we go and source out the best travel places. And of course, have to be here for Fashion Week, because the Tig does a lot of coverage for that too. So I just came from a show right here to hang out with a little mini Goop. Yeah, in many ways, yeah. I mean, it's similar, and of course, the Goop was the impetus for so many.
Now, her recent activities suggest she's building a platform that extends beyond her royal duties, possibly with maybe a cookbook, an online series, or even lifestyle products. If the speculation proves true, Meghan's brand could become an extension of her personal narrative, where she crafts a more intimate and relatable connection with her audience, something I think she can greatly benefit from if she carries this out successfully. Interestingly, though, Meghan's journey highlights a deeper narrative about the role of women in the public sphere. As an older, previously divorced woman, one who has already built a career in acting, philanthropy, and public service, Meghan challenges conventional ideas about women's worth, particularly when it comes to the expectations placed on those in the royal family. Her marriage to a prince, quite literally Prince Harry, far from reinforcing the notion of a woman whose value is determined by her relationship, serves instead as a reminder of how personal identity and public image can evolve, even in the face of criticism or societal expectations. In a recent interview, Meghan was seen engaging with Mindy Kaling and other high-profile figures, reinforcing her growing circle of influential friends in Hollywood. This was not just a casual display of camaraderie. It was a careful cultivation of her brand as someone who occupies the upper echelons of entertainment and business. As she continues to position herself, she's positioning herself, that's what she's doing, as an influencer and lifestyle mogul. Meghan is actively creating a narrative that she is more than just a former royal. She is a woman with agency, business acumen, and a voice that transcends her royal past. Meghan Markle is consciously setting the stage for 2025 to be the year of Meghan. So for all of you guys who are sick of her, she's going to be poised to join the ranks of many entrepreneurs who have built successful ventures based on their own personal narratives. If you like Meghan Markle or not, that is her personal narrative. She wants to be seen as a strong, Black, independent woman. I feel that having a woman like her around a Prince Harry, it just shows that the story that men give you women out there, that if you're older, you're washed up, you can't get a man, it's cockamamie BS. Meghan Markle is proof positive of that, ladies. Meghan Markle was a divorcee. She was used goods, in a sense, as most men that are misogynistic say. I'm just saying that from the men's perspective. And she's not some little girl prude. And yet a prince married her. I feel like in 2025, whether you like Meghan Markle or not, or you don't like her persona, we can all attest to the fact that Meghan Markle has used her platform of being Duchess of Sussex, which they did not rip away from them, as a stepping stool to her success in life. This is just a PR standpoint of what I think of Meghan Markle and her brand. And I truly believe that people are intrigued by her, whether or not they want to admit it or not. And I think the reasons are clear and obvious why people are intrigued with her. She is not somebody that is what people expected for Prince Harry. I'm sorry. Women in Britain, women in the UK most of them cannot stand Meghan Markle. It's almost like when you read the comments, it's like they're upset that someone stole their prince. And I don't like to bring race into things because I don't always feel it is a racial thing. I think personality really does matter. When Meghan Markle got in that interview with Oprah Winfrey and started bashing the family that was there for her, also her persona, having no one at her wedding, not one family member other than her mother, was very telling. These are things that is hard to ignore with Meghan Markle, and I think that's why people don't like her. They genuinely feel she's a social climber, a prima donna, and someone who is full of themselves. But there's a lot of Meghan Markles in the world. There's a lot of girls that are like this. There's someone out there that will, like attracts like. People who are similar sometimes attract to each other. What you put out there is what you're going to get. Meghan Markle, in my opinion, comes across as someone who is confident, self-assured, and believes in herself and will not stop at any cost to get to where she needs to go. It's very reminiscent of Wallis Simpson. When I think of Wallis Simpson and what she did to get a whole prince who became king to abdicate his throne for her, it's like, girl, share your tips. That's what we need a book of, Meghan Markle. We need a book of you sharing those tips, what you did to get this prince to marry you. Saying that's what I think is missing from the equation, is a lot of times these women want to just put out a perfectly curated life of themselves instead of really showcase and broadcast who they really are as a person. I want to see more of that, I think, from people who are successful. And in my opinion, Meghan Markle, chef's kiss, you are successful. And I doubt you eat any of the food you make. So I will not be watching because Most of these people, they don't eat any of that stuff anyway. They just make it for show. Anyways, you guys tell me what you think.
If you enjoyed this content today, or you just like these type of conversations, be sure to hit the subscribe button to respond to as many comments as possible here. And remember, as always, think for yourself and have a great day.